Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Robin's Nest. Thank God for Denny Hamlin. I just got to say that. The dude is he's a godsend. Whether everyone wants to admit that or whether everyone sees that currently or not, does it change the fact that it's true? Before we get into that too much, if you enjoy listening to me ramble about motorsports, cars, anything else I feel like talking about, make sure to like, subscribe, leave a comment, turn on notifications. The works. If you're interested in diecast cars, t-shirts, hats, auto parts, video games, it doesn't matter. Anything and everything that you can think of. You know, check out our eBay. The link is in the description for that. We got a ton of stuff that would make perfect holiday gifts for folks. So check it out. Follow me on Facebook and X for more motorsports content. Those links are also in the description. Without further ado, let's get into the video. So, if you've been living under a rock, I'll just go ahead and tell you the antitrust case between 2311 and Front Row and NASCAR starts in earnest on Monday. It's finally here. There's been no settlement reached, so it's full steam ahead. Full steam ahead. It's gonna be nasty, and I'm looking forward to it, man. I don't really have a dog in the fight, other than, you know, I guess I'm pulling for 2311 in Front Row. I'm not a massive fan of either one of those teams, but you know what this leadership team has done to NASCAR, it can't be ignored and it can't be forgiven. So they hopefully lose this case and have to pony up. I hope that happens. Denny Hamlin has gone on a warpath today. Warpath, not exactly, but started calling out some of the media. I don't remember the particular guy's name. Even if I did, I wouldn't say it because I don't want to have a pitchfork mob come after me. But because I'm going to give you my opinion on this matter, Denny called him out because he was being intentionally vague about what the teams actually want out of this lawsuit. Even though they've already made it clear what they want several times, but he was intentionally being vague, and Denny called him out for being a propagandist for NASCAR. And I agree with everything that Denny said, other than he said that these guys are propagandists for NASCAR based on intimidation by NASCAR. I don't even know. I think that might be part of it, maybe. And I think most of it is they just want to keep their jobs. And I guess that does kind of fall into the intimidation category, but regardless of what it is, this guy was arguing with Denny, saying, "Oh, I'm just trying to play middle of the road." Let's be clear about this. And I know a lot of folks disagree. Kenny Wallace, he had said something kind of, whatever. Anyone who works for NASCAR in the media, in the actual media, I'm not talking about podcasters or anything like that, I'm talking about the actual media, journalists, reporters. I have not seen the first person even, maybe Jeff Gluck, maybe a little bit here and there, but not much. I mean, he does do it, but not much. But most of these guys and gals will not criticize NASCAR in the slightest. They will carry water for NASCAR regardless. Now, NASCAR can be stone cold in the wrong on a given issue. They will still find a way to make them smell like a rose. They just do, and it's aggravating, very much so. Because the sanctioning body, they got to this point in part due to things like that. They've been allowed to run roughshod and do whatever they want with no accountability, no one holding their feet to the fire at all, period. And it's frustrating, It's no different than the situation with the playoffs. Someone was telling me the other day, and I think I mentioned this in a other video, but I'll just say it again. Someone told me the other day when we were talking about supercars, they were like, and we were talking about their playoff format. And they're like, well, the drivers all think it's a great idea, and there's even ex-drivers who also think that it's a great idea. Yeah, those people are obviously not going to say anything negative about that because they still have ties to the sport. And it's been that way in NASCAR too, save for people like Mark Martin. He's been like one of the only people still somewhat involved with the sport that has actually had the backbone to criticize it. But most people just fall in line and do as they're told, and and make excuses for him. So I love seeing Denny call him out, is what I'm trying to say. It's a beautiful thing. I'm very much looking forward to Monday too, because Denny keeps saying, he's been saying for a while now, that there's going to be some bombshell stuff first day, in the courtroom. I hope that's the case. I want to see it. Hold the France family's feet to the fire. They've deliberately ruined their product in the pursuit of monetary gain. I have absolutely no respect for anyone who does that, especially for an entity that's been around as long as NASCAR has. Since the 40s. And you had guys like Big Bill and Bill Jr. who busted their ass to turn it into the powerhouse that it was, until Brian took over and actively destroyed it. And then Jim took over and has done exactly nothing to fix any of the problems. So they've just continued to go downhill until you're, where we are today. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be fun to watch. I absolutely 100% jinxed Martin Sesks in WRC. I knew I would. I was, debating on whether to make that video. And obviously, I didn't jinx him. What was going to happen was going to happen regardless. But Forrest Robbins in Alabama did not jinx Martin Sesks in WRC running in Saudi Arabia. But I couldn't watch it last night, man. I was so nervous for him. Leading a rally, he's essentially a rookie, running part-time. With Ford, who's been awful for the past couple of seasons, or past few seasons. Shows up and he's lights out faster than everybody. But he ran into the same situation that everybody else ran into. I think he had 2 punctures last night, or overnight here. And so I think that brought his total up to like 4 throughout the course of the rally. Which, by the way, I don't know what Hancock was doing or what the rally organizers were doing, but there was something. It was either the tire was garbage, or they didn't do enough cleaning of the stages before the rally took place. But I don't think there was a driver who did not have a puncture throughout the entire grid. And that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Okay? I've watched rallying my entire life. And Greece used to always be the one that was like rough. Okay? Stones everywhere. If you're gonna, it was a big test for the cars to make it through that rally. But they managed to do so. Some people had issues, yes, but not everyone. This rally was totally different. Literally everyone had a problem with the tires at some point. Sebastian Ogier even came out and said, he was asked about it. He was like, it's stupid. It's stupid. And whatever the reason for it, it's something that needs to be addressed, pronto. It's embarrassing. Almost as embarrassing as the fact that Ogier won the championship. I said it before it happened. If you got a part-time driver winning your championship, it's like NASCAR in 2015 when Kyle Busch won. It was a joke. And it's because WRC changed their points format. I think it was 2 years ago. Where they give more points on, for the power stages and stuff like that on the last day of the rally, Sunday or whatever. Because of that, that's what allowed Ogier to stay in the title hunt. He missed 3 rallies this year. You should not be eligible to win the championship if you miss 3 rallies. That's nonsense. And don't hit me with, I had someone tell me on X, they're like, well, Max Verstappen could have stayed home like the last 2 or 3 Grand Prix during the seasons that he won the championship. It's not even close to being the same thing. That's not even close. As a full season points situation, you didn't get awarded bonus points based on the last, I don't know how that would shake out in Formula 1, but regardless, it's just not the same thing. It's not. Alright, and I could shoot holes in it all day. WRC FIA needs to do something about it, because it's ridiculous, is what I'm trying to say. Ridiculous. But anyways, I just want to talk about that with Denny. It's going to be interesting. I hope, like I said, the 2311 and Front Row are successful. I really do. Can't believe I'm pulling for Michael Jordan and Denny Hamlin, but I am, baby. I'm all in. I'm all in. Now I'm going to go watch Alabama hopefully lose to Auburn. Hopefully. That's probably not going to happen, though, because Auburn's terrible. I don't even think they have a full-time head coach at this point. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But as always, thank you all for watching. If you would, like, subscribe, leave a comment, turn on notifications, the works. Check out our eBay if you're interested in Christmas gifts of any kind. We've got a little bit of everything for everyone. So link is in the description. Check that out. Follow me on Facebook and X for more motorsports content. Those links are also in the description. Like I said, thank you all for watching. It means a lot. I appreciate it. Until next time, we'll see you. God bless. Peace.